Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some really interesting things to go over. Some big leaks have dropped for the Indigo Disk DLC regarding Terapagos' new abilities, also some new moves, and then a few other things as well. There's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the latest leaks for the DLC. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have Riddler-Ku once again tweeting out about Terapagos. This time, though, it is an image of the third form of Terapagos that was, of course, originally found in the Scarlet and Violet books. And we have him here tweeting out saying its ability is dope. So this tweet alone confirms that the original form of Terapagos, like the baby form, is getting an ability, which we know is not affected by neutralizing gas. So I believe that that is going to be some sort of like form altering ability, which obviously can't be stopped. We know that the Terastal form of Terapagos is getting an ability, which is going to be defensive. That is what Riddler-Ku said recently. And now we know that the third form of Terapagos is also getting an ability, and also apparently is very dope as well. So that is 3 different abilities for each form of Terapagos. So that's going to be really, really interesting, especially when we're going to like battle it and stuff, because I mean, I'm not assuming that we're not going to be battling the first form, because that's just like a small little baby, but the Terra form we definitely could battle, and we know we're going to be battling this because this is a battle state. It's been data mined, so this ability is apparently very, very good for the final form of Terapagos. We then also have Riddler-Ku saying, now I've been telling you all 4 new abilities. I can't remember what the other ability is. Obviously, he's told us, like I say, the original form of Terapagos one, the Terra form of it, and then this one. I can't remember what the other one is off the top of my head. I don't know if it's something to do with Dokutaro or something. I can't recall a 4th ability. But either way, he's told us about all 4 new abilities. And then new moves are also dope too. So new moves, which I'm assuming Terapagos can learn, probably Dokutaro, they're all going to be really, really good as well. And then he goes on to say, Sudachi 2, less than 1 month now. So that is kind of a lot of information to take in there about Terapagos and its abilities, and also its new moves. I'm assuming the new moves are going to be related to Terapagos and Dokutaro, because he's saying like the abilities are good, the new moves are good as well. I'm assuming that like Diplin's evolution will get a new move, Arcaladon will get a new move and stuff like that. But I'm kind of guessing that he's talking about Dokutaro and Terapagos in this kind of tweet here. But yeah, new moves are also really good, and the new abilities are also good as well. We then have LTV saying Alternate Crozma kind of ability. So Alternate Crozma's ability, of course, is Neuroforce, and this powers up super effective moves, or powers up moves that are super effective. So it gives extra stab or extra damage to a move that is super effective to something. And now we have Riddler-Ku replying saying availability wise it could relate. So I don't really know what to make of that. Availability wise it could relate to Neuroforce. So I don't know if that's in the terms of like being able to, I guess, go into Alternate Crozma, as well as how Terraform Terapagos goes into this third form. So maybe something to do with that. But I don't know how else it could say availability wise, but maybe it is something to do with super effective moves or something like that, especially because we know that this is most likely going to be revolved around this 19th Terra type, which again could be to do with stab. It could be to, I mean, it's obviously something to do with typings and stuff like that. So maybe it is like, instead of Neuroforce being super effective moves getting a boost, maybe it's like resisted moves do like less damage or something like that. Maybe I'm not really too sure. We have Jean here also saying is an ability that is the same function as old abilities, or a combination of old abilities, like Embody Aspects, Teal Mask is basically Intrepid Sword, or a Calcum Pulse is a combination of Drought and Photosynthesis, stuff like that. It could be something to do with that. But either way, that's the kind of stuff about like Riddler-Ku's latest tweets about Terapagos and the new moves, new abilities, stuff like that. We have Soul Silverheart talking about this as well, saying Ku may have answered a previous riddle for us. It all depends on if the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet book Terapagos is a literal third form, or if it's still just Terrestrial Terapagos using this third ability and the 19th Terra type. I mean, we know it's a battle state, and it looks like it is going to be a third form anyway, but it is clearly Terapagos with something else kind of happening to it. So whether that is a form, a battle state, or whatnot, it is clearly a different kind of thing to what Terraform Terapagos is. Either way, it seems Terapagos will get 3 of the 4 new abilities. My hope is that Diplintu will get the final new ability. Okay, so that's what he's talking about there with the 4 abilities. So he's told us we're getting 4 new abilities. He's just not told us what the 4th one is. Okay, kind of makes more sense now, because I couldn't recall a 4th ability that he's told us about. He's only talked about the Terapagos ones. So yeah, it could be Diplintu will get the final new ability. We already know our Caledon's abilities through, though hidden abilities still play a factor here too. But maybe it's Dokutaro instead, since Riddler-Ku has mentioned its ability before as well. However, it also makes sense that it could still just have Toxic Chain like the Loyal 3, leaving Diplintu to have something new. I would like Diplintu to get like a new ability. I think it would be much better for that Pokemon, but I mean, I can't see Dokutaro not getting a new ability, but yeah, it very well could be the Toxic Chain as well. It kind of makes sense that it would get that too. So Diplin's current ability is pretty lame, but upon evolving it, could get a new ability that already exists, or an old ability, or this brand new ability. Anyway, right now, it seems that Terapagos' abilities will go like this. So the normal form is protective ability from at least neutralizing gas, which obviously we know about from Riddler-Ku's latest tweets. The terrestrial form Terapagos is a very defensive ability. Again, we just spoke about that. And then the final form Terapagos, or the terrestrial Terapagos with a 3rd ability, is dope. So my guess is his ability will be similar to Ogerpon's abilities. Ku's definitely beating around the bush now. So this is obviously what he's been like referring to in the past. So this is where he was saying, you know, reminder, Sudachi 2 only got 4 new abilities according to the data mine. Hint, only 2 new Pokemon get those 4 abilities. So the one of those new Pokemon is, of course, Terapagos, which gets 3 different abilities, and then the other Pokemon will get 1 new ability, which is most likely Dokutaro or Diplin's evolution. So that's how we know that there's 4 new abilities in the Indigo Disk DLC. And then we also have Riddler-Ku here saying, who would you save? And then I think Momo's ability is over now. So I think that's talking about like Dokutaro. I don't know what he means by its ability is over now. I'm not really too sure about that. But it looks like it is talking about Dokutaro's 4th ability. But this is obviously the one where he's saying it's immune to Weezing's gas, which is neutralizing gas. And we know about our Caledon's abilities and Diplin's abilities from the Pokemon website. So I don't know what this 4th ability is going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be Dokutaro, but it very well could be Diplin as well. What are your thoughts on it, though? What are your thoughts about these abilities for Terapagos? What do you think they're going to do? And also, who do you think is going to get the 4th ability as well? Moving on, we're talking about the 19th Terra type. So we have Riddler-Ku here tweeting out saying, what's the authentic name for this type? We can't call it a number all day, every day, which is obviously referring to the 19th Terra type, right? And then the pick is unrelated. So what is the authentic name for this 19th Terra type? So obviously, it could be many, many different things. This is a few different options that it potentially could be. So the 19th type could be multi-type. I kind of like the idea of multi-type, but I don't think it will be that. Rainbow type, I can't see it being that. Shining type, cosmic type, star type, stellar type, wish/wishing type, dream type, diamond type, crystal type, paradise type, shield type. Out of all the options, due to Ku saying the Omni-Man pick is unrelated, probably means Omni-type isn't an option. Even though Omni-type, that sounds pretty cool to me. I kind of like the idea of it being kind of Omni-type. I just kind of like that idea. We also have Kayla here also saying, watch it be Celestial type to go with the Ed Sheeran song, which is another option, which it very well could be. And they could have just planted that Celestial seed way before this even came out. But yeah, we now know that it's not called the 19th Terra type and it actually has a name, but we just don't know what that name's going to be. And he's saying, you know, what is the authentic name for it? So what do you think the 19th Terra type is actually going to be called? I think it's going to be called something to do with terrestrialization. I don't think it's going to be called something type. I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think it's going to be called something to do with... because it's all about like terrestrialization, it's all about like Terra and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe like Terra Ultimate or something like that. I'm not really too sure, but Omni-type would be really cool. But either way, that's all of that stuff. What are your thoughts on all that? And then finishing things off, we do have a couple of Unite leaks to go over as well. If you are a fan of Pokemon Unite, we have El Chico Eevee here tweeting out, who of course is one of the main data miners of Pokemon Unite. So we're getting 3 new Pokemon, being Meowscarada, Metagross, and Gyarados. So Metagross is the 2nd month of December. Gyarados is most likely coming out in January, and then as well as that, these are some new images of these 2 new Pokemon as well. Magikarp is going to be a playable character, before you ask. Apparently it just splashes, and that's all it can do. but I don't know how to evolve it. The data mine is all here from El Chico Eevee. If you want to go into detail about it, it is all on their page. But yeah, Magikarp is going to be an option. But Metagross also coming to the game is pretty cool. I don't play Pokemon Unite, but that's some pretty cool leaks for new characters coming out in the MOBA on the horizon. But that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. What are your thoughts and feelings about these new abilities for Terapagos? Sounds like it's going to be a very, very good Pokemon. A very, very broken Pokemon as well, especially getting 3 different abilities. That's kind of crazy. I just don't... I mean, the first one isn't really that big of a thing, because I'm assuming that we're not going to be battling with the original form of Terapagos that much. I'm sure he's just going to try and terrestrialize it as quick as possible. But either way, what are your thoughts on all that? What do you think the 4th ability is as well? Do you think it is going to be Dipplin? Do you think it is going to be Dokutaro? And also, what do you think the authentic name of the 19th Terra type is going to be? But yeah, it's everything from me. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.